Serbia's president said that explosives had been found near a pipeline which transports gas from Russia to Serbia and Hungary. 5 economy and finance ministers are asking the EU for a tax on energy surplus profits to curb price increases.
At least 15 people have been killed as Russia unleashes a massive drone and missile assault on Ukraine. The Artemis II crew is preparing for a historic lunar flyby that will take them farther from Earth than any previous human.
Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić has said that explosives were found near a pipeline that carries gas from Russia to Serbia and Hungary. He said that 2 large packages of explosives with detonators were found inside backpacks in northern Serbia's Kanjiza, close to the Balkan Stream pipeline. The pipeline is an extension of the Turk Stream. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban confirmed he had been informed by Vučić. There were no details provided on who may have placed the explosives near the gas pipeline or why. Instead, Vučić said there were certain traces but was unwilling to elaborate on what they were. Oil and gas pipeline infrastructure connections with Russia have been in the headlines in recent months, with the Druzhba pipeline that carries oil to Hungary and Slovakia being damaged in a Russian strike earlier this year. Hungary has accused Ukraine of deliberately taking its time with the pipeline's repair and has vetoed a €90 billion loan package from the EU to Kyiv. Economy and finance ministers from Italy, Germany, Spain, Portugal and Austria are asking the EU for a tax on energy surplus profits to curb price increases, using the extra profits that companies are accumulating thanks to rising fuel prices. The 5 ministers who wrote to EU Climate Commissioner Wopke Hoekstra pointed out that actions taken at national level on excise duty must be accompanied by a joint effort. They propose reviving an EU-style solidarity contribution that raised about €28 billion by taxing excess fossil fuel profits after the Ukraine war price surge. Hans Stegman, chief economist at Triodos Bank, said windfall taxes are a no-brainer when a crisis generates large windfall profits for fossil fuel producers.
At least 15 people have been killed after a wave of Russian missile and drone strikes hit Ukraine Friday and into Saturday, including a massive overnight assault near Kyiv. Regional officials say 1 person was killed and 8 wounded in strikes on 3 towns surrounding the capital, while casualties were also reported in Sumy, Kherson, Kharkiv, Donetsk and the Zaporizhia region. The country's foreign minister said nearly 500 drones and cruise missiles struck Ukraine overnight. Ukrainian officials warn Russia is shifting tactics, moving from overnight strikes to daytime barrages designed to maximize civilian casualties and expanding targets beyond energy infrastructure. Despite the bloodshed, Ukraine's President Zelensky says he has communicated an Easter ceasefire proposal to Moscow through US channels. The Artemis II space crew are preparing for their much-anticipated lunar flyby, which will take them further from Earth than any previous human in history. During the maneuver, they will be analysing and photographing the features of the moon. Commander Reed Wiseman, who spoke to his 2 daughters from space, told Houston's Mission Control Center that morale is high on board.
We're up here, we're so far away, and for a moment I was reunited with my little family, and it was just the greatest moment of my entire life.
On Saturday night, the crew got their first glimpse of the dark side of the moon.
Seeing it in a different way and just pairing that with how much we miss and love our families and knowing that they're looking up and seeing the same moon, it's a pretty amazing feeling.